Hi, I'm Thuli Magubane, and welcome to The Success Rate, where we talk about success and people's journeys to success. Our guest today, you're probably familiar with her face, Miss Makgotso M. You've seen her on the small screen and the big screen. She's been on shows like Mubango, Isitingo, Istunzi was another one that she was on. And of late, she's going to be on a show that is going to be on Amazon, The Drop. So make sure that you actually check that one out as well if you've never seen Makgotso in action. Makgotso, welcome.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, good, good. It's good to have you.
It's good to be here. Thank you.
I'm glad that we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
So let's start off on a fun note.
Yes.
You know the game Kill, Smash, and Marry?
Yes.
So we'll start you off on that.
Okay, cool.
So we'll give you Will Smith, Idris Elba, and Jamie Foxx. Who would you kill, smash, and marry?
Okay, I will kill. Oh, Nkosiyami. What a hard list, actually. Because,
Yes.
they're all quite eligible bachelors.
Mhm.
Do you know, I would marry Will Smith because, Nkosiyami, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would marry Will Smith. And then I would, oh my gosh, Jamie Foxx is like one of my favorite entertainers of all time.
Mhm.
So I'd smash him.
Okay.
Sorry, Idris, I have to kill you.
Kill Idris, don't worry. Sabrina won't mind.
Yeah, I mean, she might be come for me, but yeah.
All right. No, that's good. So you're an actress,
Yes.
and you grew up in the UK, having left South Africa at a young age, and you started getting involved in school plays and things like that. But at what point did you realize that you want to be an actress?
When I was rejected as a model.
Uh-huh.
So I just
Is
stopped
this a
doing
height
it.
thing?
It was definitely a height thing. Because I actually, first it was like a pageant that I did at school.
Yes.
And then I was like, I think I'm short. And then I did drama at school. And I'm like, I think I want to do this forever. Just because of just how much fun I had on the stage. And then I pursued it further. And I'm like, oh, there's also, there's a lot of positive social change that can happen
True,
through the
yeah.
arts. So I'm like, why not?
True. And what has been the most memorable character that you've played?
The most memorable character I've played, I would say Annika from Mubango, because I think that's everyone's favorite character.
yeah.
And just seeing people responding to me, it's like, oh, okay, cool. Even hate included, it's like, okay, I'm doing my job.
And have you played a villain? Would you love to play a villain?
I would love to play a villain.
Yeah.
I've played characters that are not very popular, that people don't like. A mischievous child in school. A girl who only is interested in men for one thing and one thing only. But it would be very nice actually to play a villain, because I think good characters, quote unquote, because what is that? But good characters are a bit boring to play, and villains, you get to have a bit more fun and experiment a bit more. As I was saying, that the characters that I tend to play are not very popular. There's a show that I'll be doing called 1 Weeks, directed by Chris Radebe. It will be on Showmax from March, I think. And yeah, Unomalizo is basically, she's a gold digger, it doesn't matter if she loves the guy or not. If you don't have money, please don't even talk to her. So, I was like, wow, I felt like it was written by a man, because she's a bit ruthless,
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, from a man's perspective, when women are gold diggers or whatever, or just make it clear that I'm here for one thing only, I guess that is a villain of some sort. I guess, but I would like to play a proper villain.
That everyone hates.
Yes.
That you need bodyguards.
Yeah.
Because someone wants to kill you.
I remember I was at the mall and someone screamed when they saw me. I was like, what? She was genuinely, terrified, and she thought of a character that I played, and I was like, come on.
And it happens, unfortunately. People associate you with that character, and you're quite different in real life. So keeping on the theme of dating men with money, what's your view? Do you only date guys with money, or have you dated broke guys?
My view is that character is important more than anything, right?
Yes.
I would say that I don't want a lazy man, but I won't necessarily say that look, obviously, if you're not lazy, I want like someone that I can be easy for me to submit to this person, knowing that they'll, look after me and my kids, but I'm also a helpmate as well.
True, yeah.
So I'm not looking, I don't know, like this thing of dating rich, I think is so dangerous. When we put too much emphasis on women, he has to have money, anyone can have money. Someone that traffics kids can have money.
True.
That can't be a quality that you're looking for.
The only thing
that you're looking for. I'm not saying that I don't want a man that will help me. As I say, you don't want a lazy man, but that's more of a characteristic.
True.
Like, I can trust this man to lead my family. Even if we don't have money or his business collapses, you're left with the person, You see what I'm saying? A responsible man, but I won't say that, if he doesn't have money, like, who are you? His character, You better not be lazy, or I'm not lazy. We need to
But it also just reminds me, I don't know if you ever watched Date My Family.
Yes.
With these girls like asking a guy if they have a car and they themselves don't have a car.
Setting standards that you yourself don't meet. For me, because I'm like in my 30s now, early 30s. And when I was 18, I thought I would be way further than where I am right now. But then, life happens and you realize that life is not what you thought it was. And so it just made me a bit more, have a bit more grace to men my age group.
Yes,
It's like, okay, cool. You're not where you want to be. Why is that? And if I see Uguti, okay, no, it's not that he's lazy or anything. It just hasn't happened,
True.
Can I stay with this person? Am I able to be myself with this person? Are they going to be a good father to my children? Are they going to be a good husband to me? Like, character for me, I think is very important, because I think a man with good character, they won't be comfortable with just sitting at home playing PlayStations while you're doing all the work, right? But I just feel like this emphasis on men being rich, I think a lot of women are losing out on great men because of that.
But I think also men put that pressure on themselves, and also put value. Some men value themselves in terms of how much money they have, and they feel like if they don't have a lot,
of course,
then they bring very little to the table.
A lot of them, I think men make each other feel bad. I think men are not. They don't have each other's bags, hey? I think women are, with us, I think women are nice. I know this is not a popular opinion, but I think women are nicer to each other than men are with each other, I think in general, because men are in society now, if you're a man that can't provide, men are made to feel like that's the only thing that they can bring to the table.
True,
you know what I mean? And it's just like, no, but your character matters. Being a present father matters. Being, you know what I mean? So I think it's quite a nuanced conversation.
True. So what's the biggest myth or the biggest myths when it comes to success?
I personally think that the biggest myth when it comes to success is this idea that success equates to wealth, or it equates to money. I'm not saying that it's not a part of it, but it's not all of it.
True.
So people make it seem that success, all there is to success is just having a lot of money. There are a lot of people who have a lot of money and are not happy. For me, success it's an all-rounded thing. So it's about being successful in my relationships, being successful in my mental health, being successful. Money too. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it's not just one thing.
Yeah, no, money is important.
Yeah, I know it is.
And was it King Solomon who said money makes everything work? Something along those lines.
I'm not sure, but he's right. No, because even if,
I remembered. Money is the answer to everything.
Money is the answer to everything. Look, without money, life is worse. I don't know if it's the answer to everything. I don't know about that. But if there's no money, things become worse, really. Even if it's tense at home, it becomes tense out when there's no money.
Growing up, what was your favorite TV show?
Growing up, so I'm a 90s kid. So I grew up watching a lot of sitcoms. Martin, My Wife and Kids. I liked Generations back in the day. Doing soapies back in the day where actually we enjoyed watching it. Remember when Zebediah wanted a second wife and it was not? I remember that storyline. It was like crazy and it was fun and exciting to watch. So I grew up on sitcoms and movies like My Best Man's Wedding. Honestly, I wish sometimes as an actor I could give people a more sophisticated answer. Like, I don't know, I just enjoy watching Shakespeare for fun.
No. We just want you to be real. And then your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, that is such a hard question to answer, actually. I don't think I have a favorite movie per se, but I loved growing up watching stuff like just movies with my favorite movie. Oh my gosh.
Oh, one that had a profound impact on you. You watched that movie?
Titanic had a profound impact on me. I was a kid, right? But I was convinced that Jack and Rose existed. Those were real characters.
Yes.
And to find that they weren't was like, what?
You thought they died.
Yeah. But it made me curious to know the story behind the Titanic for real. And I just think that the Titanic, honestly, is one of those movies that, will live in my heart and forever.
Life will go on.
Life.
And then tell us, Makgotso, being in the industry requires having a thick skin.
100%.
How do you deal with rejection in this industry?
I think you deal with rejection by accepting that it's a part of it. It's a big, big part of it. I can't remember the name of the actress, but she was saying, for every one yes, you get 99 no's.
Wow.
And then after you finish with the job, it's almost like going back to square one. I wouldn't say square one completely, because when you're a bit more of an established actress, perhaps it's easier for you to get work than an actress that isn't.
That's starting out,
Yeah, then starting out completely. But I think just accepting that rejection is a part of it, and don't internalize the things that are said directly to you. Like, even if it feels like this is kind of personal, don't take it personal. Do the inner work, I would say. It's so important just to continually do the work on yourself as well as sharpening your craft.
And who would you love to work with in future?
Love to work with Ava DuVernay. She has
send a shout out to Ava.
Ava, I just want you to know that I want to work with you. I love your work. Honestly, you move me. I'll never forget watching your documentary 13th, and I was educated about something that I didn't know anything about.
Yeah.
And just her work, even This Is Us, I was like, she's educating us, not only, that, but just, moving us so much. And I want to be a part of projects like that, because there are those projects that you watch and you're like, and you do research, like with This Is Us and what happened in New York. I couldn't finish the series because it was
heavy.
So, but I did a lot of research, and I was just like, I love that. I love that arts can do that. You can entertain, but also educate people,
Yes, yeah.
And you can find out something about someone that lives on the other side from, of the world from you. So Ava, I love your work and its impact. And I know that The Origin is out, so I'll catch you.
Our byline says there's no such thing as an overnight success. Maybe talk us about some of the hard work and the hours that actors put into their craft to make what we see on screen just look so effortless.
There's a physical aspect of it. So perhaps depending on what the role requires.
Yes.
There are some people that spend 6 to 8 months just preparing for a role. It can be strenuous on your body physically. And depending on what the content is, sometimes spiritually. And I think that's why technique is so important, so that you don't sort of lose yourself in the work. But yeah, there is definitely, because as well as an actor, you are the tool. So a cameraman has their camera, sound man has their equipment, actor, you are.
Your equipment,
you are the equipment. So you have to look after yourself, mentally, emotionally, physically, even with the characters that you play. So it's not as easy as people think it is. We're not playing around, there's a lot involved, physically, mentally, and spiritually.
And how do you take care of yourself?
For me, I'm learning now to, I started going to drama therapy about a year ago. My agency organized that for me, and just looking after my mental state. Because again, being in this industry, it's tough. It's really tough. It really is, not just for actors, but I think that if you're an artist in general, because, sometimes your value gets questioned. It's like, no, you're just playing. You're not serious. You're a dancer. You paint. People undermine the things that we do. And it's like, no.
And the arts in general, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, the arts in general, So for everyone, whether you're a painter, you are a designer, whatever it is, just look after your mental health. So going to therapy, I stopped working out, but I remember during COVID, I got a personal trainer, and for what that does just for your mind, I need to go back to that, you know? And just, I think God helps me to take care of
your relationship with God.
My
Yes.
relationship with God is so important. It centers me. When the rejection is like so much, or God is just, he centers me and he helps me through it all.
Centers me. I like that.
Yeah.
So Makgotso, we've got an interesting feature on the podcast.
Okay.
We're calling it the Fire 5.
Okay.
So 5 questions that I will ask you, fun questions.
Okay.
Don't think too much about it.
Okay.
So the first answer that comes to mind is it's basically what I'd like to hear from you. Are you ready? Hi, I'm Thuli Magubane, and I'm the host of The Success Rate, where we talk about people's journey to success. If you've been enjoying listening to our conversations, make sure that you subscribe, like the episode, and of course, hit the notification bell so you know when new episodes are posted. And we're trying to grow this channel, so please tell your friends, your family, your colleagues, anyone that you think would benefit from it so that they can subscribe as well, and we can grow the Success Rate family.
I was born ready.
I like that. So, if you had to keep one hobby for the rest of your life, would it be knitting or collecting stamps?
Or collecting stamps.
Stamps.
Oh my, knitting?
Would you choose knitting?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you prefer eating at restaurants or cooking at home?
Both. Sometimes and sometimes. But I mean, if I had to choose, I would eat out every day, baby.
Okay. Going on holiday, would you choose Brazil or Jamaica as a destination?
I would say Jamaica because I want to go to Jamaica this year because of my younger sister. And I think in her past lifetime, she was Jamaican.
Okay. Irie man.
Well, go on, what you saying?
Okay. If you had to live in one season for the rest of your life, would it be winter or summer?
There's no in between?
Mm-mm.
I don't like extremes, firstly. When it's too hot, when it's too cold.
Yeah. You had to choose one, summer or winter?
Summer for me.
All right. And if you had to switch careers for a week, would you be a lawyer or an accountant?
I would be a lawyer. Advocate, Makgotso. Because I'm like that in real life as well. I like to stand up for people, and I need to relax.
I like an accountant, I suppose you don't want to be a bean counter.
Accountant, to show me. I think, with lawyer, I do like to stand up for stuff, and I do find myself having to chill. I think it's because I got bullied when I was younger. And so it's like, no, but why are you doing that to another person? You know?
Yeah.
And a lot of now, big companies and stuff, no, I would be a lawyer, definitely.
Okay, so we know Makgotso. Maybe if someone is writing a character for a lawyer,
I'm your girl.
You can consider her
for sure.
Advocate, whatever.
Yeah.
And also talking about being an advocate, what are some of the things that outside of acting that you're passionate about? Are there any causes that you support?
Yes, I think. You find yourself being attached to different things, like at first, initially, I remember, I don't think the organization exists anymore, but I got involved with the organization Bras and Panties, just giving young girls pads and everything like that. But, for me, there's just so many different causes that are out there, and it can get overwhelming when you're like, okay, what should I do? And where, it's like, okay, there's trafficking, but how do I get involved in that? And how can I be more effective, So I think right now, and I also volunteer, like in my church, we have something called Rivers Foundation where we make sandwiches or do stuff for people in less privileged communities. But I would like to actually dive a bit deeper in my philanthropy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In particular, one thing that really upsets me is trafficking. But I'm like, where do I even start with that,
And it's happening under our noses, but at the same time, it's out of sight.
It's so crazy. It's so scary. And I'm not going to mention any names, but there was a club that was shut down around my area because they were trafficking girls.
Yeah.
Imagine you're going, and No, guys, it's so scary. Like,
No,
I think
it
for
is. It is.
me, no,
People go
yeah.
missing, and you never hear of them because they've been trafficked.
Like, yeah, so if I could get involved in that somehow, I would really love to. And also mental health causes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And going on this journey on to success, it's something that you can't do alone.
Yes.
There's individuals along your journey that you encounter. For you, who would those people be that you feel were very instrumental in
Whole journey.
yeah, in growing who Makgotso is, or even in your career, or just even in your personal life?
I would say my mother is the first person that comes to mind. My mom has supported me, and even when it doesn't make sense to her, she still supports me, My mom has been quite pivotal, Because of her, I've been able to say no to certain things, the values that she's instilled in me. I'm really, really grateful to my mother, and I recognize that. And she's a single mom. And the older you get, you're like, this isn't easy, actually, raising kids and doing everything on your own. So my mom definitely, I would say my team as well, the people that help me with my auditions and everything, that fight for me in these rooms. Because, we're not alone. As I sit here, there's so many people behind me in ensuring that Makgotso M is Makgotso M, that she gets work, that she looks a particular way. Just for all the people, my team as a whole, I'm very appreciative of them.
All right. And then we talked about rejection, but what about disappointments? I mean, they are related, but they're not the same.
Yeah, they are definitely not the same.
How do you deal with disappointment? Because there's always disappointment in life.
Feel it. It's okay to feel it. It's okay to cry about it. It's okay to say, God, I feel like you played me because I thought we had a deal. I feel played.
Yeah.
And then just feel it and be like, Oksala, and on to the next. Because there's a scripture that says, hope deferred makes the heart sick.
Yeah.
So I think that with disappointment, it's important to come back up, allow yourself to feel, but don't allow yourself to stay there because it does affect your motivation.
True.
Yeah.
And how do you keep motivated?
I think one shouldn't be too comfortable. I think my dreams keep me motivated. Because I'm like, I haven't reached the pinnacles I plan on reaching. Drake once said that in a song.
Yes, yeah.
But I haven't really. And I think my dreams keep me motivated, and knowing that it's possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is possible. It really is possible. And just having a vision, because if you don't have a vision for your life, then you can find yourself floating. Whether it's a actual vision board or in your mind, I'm like, you know what? This is where I see myself and I can do it. And listening to other people's stories as well, I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, no, it's fine. You know what I mean? As long as we are on this earth.
True.
Keep on trying.
And I think as an actor these days, people want to make sure that they're breaking out not only in the local, country, but internationally.
Yeah.
Your plans going international?
Definitely. I am international already, actually.
All right. Yes, you are. She was in Woman King, so international big blockbuster movie.
Yo, the challenge about that as well, because you can be established in your country, but when you go that side, you're basically starting from scratch. So you just also have to be okay with that, I definitely want to break into the UK scene as well. But, I don't want to talk too much about that. We'll see what the year unfolds. But the reason why I want to, be on international sets is because it's different. The sets are different. The cameras are different. The budget is different. And I'm just like, I'm all for it. I am all for it. And just also being given that space to perfect your craft. Because sometimes when you're on sets that don't have as much budget, everything is rush. And I feel like that compromises the quality of the work. When you're now working against the time, rather than saying to creatives, how much do you need for this to be?
Yes.
Sometimes you're in projects that are just too, no, the budget is, you have to
do
a 3
limited
months
budget,
into 3 weeks. And it's like, stuff like that. Like, so I like the idea of being on sets where money's not an issue.
Okay. Hopefully, maybe working with Oprah and Ava one day.
Look, Ava, as I said, and
Where
I actually
you'll
even have a storyline.
Oh, really? Ava? Well, when you guys connect, Makgotso will tell you about his storyline.
Definitely.
So, as we wrap up, what advice would you give to other young people who are pursuing their journey to success?
Yes.
So they're in different industries as well, and maybe still in the earlier stages. Because I believe, you're still young.
Yeah.
There's still so much more you can do.
Yeah. I would say, well, everyone, but artists, number one, multiple stream income.
Yeah.
I think that is something that I'm learning now. That is so important.
True.
Familiarize yourself with that. Don't allow yourself to be put as in a box as well. Because I find that with artists, what happens is that you get told, no, you're a writer, you can't do anything else. Or you must just stick to what you're doing. Jack of all trades. What's that saying? I don't actually believe in that, to be honest with you, because our economy doesn't, so I do believe in, I would say multiple stream income. Don't be put in a box. And man, also don't be too hard on yourself. It's okay if you're 25 and you are still at your mom's house, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong if that's not you, but sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves as young people.
True, yeah.
Or even if you're not young, it's just like, guys, no, everyone has their own journey and it's okay, So multiple stream income, believe in yourself,
and don't be hard on yourself.
And don't be hard on yourself, honestly. And ladies, don't be afraid, even if he's not rich yet.
Take a chance.
Take a chance. You show me like I never reach exact. And no rich I'm sorry, I never broke exact. So you want to make sure that you have a quality man, quality woman, guys. Let character before it's. But yeah, that's my advice.
All right, Makgotso, that's very wise for your age, by the way.
Thank you.
And especially looking for character. I think people underestimate the importance of character in people.
We do.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having
a conversation with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
I enjoyed it.
I had a blast.
If you enjoyed the conversation with Makgotso and you want to hear more, make sure that you subscribe to our channel. We're trying to grow our channel, so please also tell your friends and family about it. And make sure you click on the notification button so you know when new videos are posted. And of course, don't forget to comment.